So this is a heat of the Temple Challenge Cup. That's for student open eights. And on the left of our picture, we have the rowers from the University of Bristol. And on the right of our picture, we have the rowers from Laga in the Netherlands. The student rowers from the Delft Club. And they are rowing in that very distinctive red top and white shorts. The top and the shorts are separate. They don't row in a one-piece like the other crews do. We mentioned that in commentary yesterday. Also, there's that kind of bucket rig on this side with 7 and 6 really just next to each other. Got any thoughts on that, Chris?
Yeah, just used to, if you have one athlete who's maybe come from sculling or swap sides or just struggling to get quite the length needed, but you want them in that position in the boat, and that's the seat where you want them. It can help them really lock into the person in front of them and match up the angles at the front end and the back end. Do benefits for the rhythm, benefits for the steering even, particularly in the smaller boats, but seems to be working for the Dutch crew from Laga at the moment, leading Bristol.
Lingavink just took a look across at her opponents. Yesterday, Laga beat Queensland pretty comfortably. They threw in a 147 to the barrier, which the crews have just passed. University of Bristol beat Sheffield University. They did a 150 to the barrier. So I guess if you looked at the times, you'd think that probably Laga would have that one length advantage at the barrier.
Yeah, absolutely. This is for Bristol as well. This isn't their top boat, so this would be athletes 5 to 12 in their program. They're prioritising the Prince Albert Challenge Cup, as a number of programs are this year. Very competitive event.
And if you're watching from the Netherlands on day 3 of Henley, you can see in the background the time of the crew from Laga was 3:04 to Forley. Records aren't being troubled today, but that's a decent time for the men from the Netherlands. The University of Bristol, they've had a fantastic regatta. They're all undergraduates, but their coach Jake Blair have guided them to a fantastic season, coming 25th in the head of the river, which is no mean achievement. And
it's certainly a crew that's very familiar with the course here at Henley. 22 appearances between the 9 in the University of Bristol boat. That's compared to only a handful, 1 or 2 each in the Laga combination on the near side of your picture there. But a very successful combination in Dutch rowing this year. 5:29 on the Bosbarn, apparently. Not that we like to read too much into times in the Bosbarn, do we?
No, it's interesting. The Bosbarn, they've actually they're dredging the course out because the World Championships are there next year, and they think if making it deeper, it will take away the travelator effect that you get when the wind blows and the water circulates. So this Dutch crew, 5 people been in this boat, been under 5:30, so they know what the feeling is like for an 8 moving at speed. But I tell you, that Bristol crew are rowing really well. They haven't let Delft let up at all, and they're having to keep their pace up really high. And Bristol are moving well and are still in this race, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I think Laga, just maybe as you were saying that, we're just starting to tone things down a little bit, so they might think that they've got enough of an advantage, but I don't think they do. I'll take that back, as Bristol almost in touch now as we approach the stewards, and we're just about 15 or 20 strokes from the line.
So the crew from Laga Delft, they haven't had to use their sprint finish, but Bristol have kept them honest the whole way down the course. Credit to Lachlan Uckley, the 20-year-old stroke, and Adam de Rosario in the 7th seat, and Toby Frinmore in 6th. They're all 20. Delft crossed the line first, but Bristol University can definitely hold their heads high. Been a great regatta for the men from the West Country. The result of that heat of the Temple Challenge Cup, Laga from the Netherlands beat Bristol University.